This is chapter 37 of Getting to Know Grace. In the forest hut. Thanks, Lauren. Creak! Mary enters the room. Mary! Miss Grace, she says she doesn't want to see you. What? We will do whatever is necessary so that Dr. Richard can escape. So leave now. Hurry, Dude will be back soon. Mary, you're endangering both your father and your mistress. Miss Grace is already under watch. Lauren grabs Herta's arm. She's right, Herta. You should hide for now. Herta doesn't say anything, and she takes out something from her pockets. Then, please give this to her. It is a sock that she made. And please tell her to not hurt herself. Tell her that I want to be beside her, that I don't want to leave her all alone. Herta, please, you cannot do this. I want to do what I can do for my mistress, Mary. If you pity her, help me. In Grace's room. Are you sure it would be the last? I'm fine. If I see her, I may burst into tears as Grace holds onto the sock that Herta had made. Plip! Some tears already started to flow. Herta should be able to leave safely, right? She mustn't get hurt or fall ill on the way. It's late. You ought to sleep since you must wake up early tomorrow. Your beauty must be unmatched. I suppose. I mustn't cry tonight. The next day, the servants are rushing to move things. Clack. Grace walks to her father. Here she comes, sire. I will not accept a single mistake from you today. Take that to heart, Andrew. Yes, father, as Grace gives her father a bow. In the town, people are gathering in order to see a glimpse of Grace. The rumors were true. Miss Grace is going this time. If only we could see her face. Safe travels, Your Excellency. I hope you were comfortable last night, Miss Ventnor. It felt just like home. The meals were also delicious. Grace peeks out the window. Has Herta reached the harbor by now? And she notices someone in the crowd. It's Herta. Her eyes starts to water when she sees Herta, and Herta stares back at her, wanting to be able to reach Grace. In the crowd, the woman that is helping Herta and her mother grabs onto her. Understand your position, please! I will give you until tonight, like you asked. But after tonight, our contract will be over, understand? Herta doesn't say anything. If my father escapes the estate safely, please help him and my mother leave. Do not wait for me. At the royal castle, are you really planning on wedding Prince Rubin to Duke Grace's daughter? Sire, you can't be serious. I think you underestimate the Duke. He's someone who will not hesitate to incite a coup d'etat once she bears an heir. There's no other way. Civil disputes and fights are still going on in parts of the empire while there is an epidemic. He has a firm grasp on both military supplies and medicine. And it is no exaggeration to say that the military is more dedicated to him than they are to me. But still, worry not. This could turn into an opportunity. You must keep your enemies close to see their weaknesses. I will find the Duke's weak spot and make him kneel. All preparations are complete, Your Majesty. As a servant interrupts their conversation, all of our honored guests appear to be gathered in the audience chamber. Wonderful. Let us go. As the king leaves to go to greet the audience, there are guards outside the royal palace. I must thank all my lords for coming here to celebrate this day with me. This time is ordinarily spent receiving tributes in honor of my day of birth. However, the empire is still in the midst of civil war, epidemic, and bad crops. The people are starving. I'm well aware that all of you are living humbly in accordance with the law. Thus, it seems improper for me to happily accept gifts just because I am your leader. All because the only fertile land is almost entirely within Horlane territory. But instead of food, herbal plants are being cultivated there. Well, they call them herbs, but here they're mostly drugs. It seems you're not satisfied with your frozen soil, Ventnor. If I were you, I would have treated the lands with manure early on. Of course, there's only so much logic that can come out of a frozen head. Are you done, Grace? There seems to be some bad blood between Grace and Lauren's father. Enough. Actually, I have some happy news to share today. It is quite sudden, but at the banquet this afternoon, Prince Rubin and Duke Grace's daughter will have an engagement ceremony. The people in the audience are whispering among themselves. Your Majesty, the Duke's daughter has yet to debut in society, that she has not been approved. Quite a useless tradition, don't you think? She is, however, at the top of her class at the Lillian Women's Academy. The one you're the director of? I would believe it if you said your dog was a top student here. Your Majesty, the law says that the nominee for princess must be elected. It is not as if she will be crowned princess. As for approval, you may see her for yourself. Have her come in now, Duke Grace. Yes, Your Majesty. The servants opens the door as Grace is walking. People around are watching Grace's every move. Clank, 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 and she appears in front of the king. She gives the king a bow. It is an honor, Your Majesty. I am Andrew Grace of Horlin. And that is the end of the chapter.